Hello everyone, this is the Human Mechanism, and today I'm going to be reviewing the World Peacekeepers aerial rocket helicopter. This is the first World Peacekeepers vehicle that I've bought that comes in new packaging. And by the way, the new packaging looks absolutely fantastic. It's definitely better than what they originally had, and it definitely displays the vehicle and all of the accessories quite well, even though how they wrapped up the front of the helicopter with all the twist ties and the rubber bands is actually kind of ugly. But it's good nonetheless. Now let's move to the back here. It displays all the other vehicles and sets that come in the World Peacekeepers line. And it's actually kind of a shame to see that they're not re-releasing the Su-27 or the M1 Abrams, because those are the ones that everyone really wanted. But I guess we'll deal with that as it comes. I'm still wondering what happened to that missile truck. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're getting it. But enough about that. Let's move on to the aerial rocket helicopter. I'm very excited to get this out of the box, and you'll see why. So here we have everything out of the box. And before we move on to the helicopter, I would like to talk about all of the accessories that come with it. The first thing we have are these fences, or barricades, which can be linked together. So that's quite nice, actually. Just gonna link all them together real quick. Yeah, that's a really nice accessory. Really like it. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side. Next, we have a gas can, as well as a jerry can, as you can see. Next, we have two traffic cones. I don't know why. I'm just going to leave them down there for now. It also comes with a another rocket pod, as you can see. I'm just going to leave this right here for now, because we might need that for later. And now we move on to the figures, and I think they are very underappreciated. I haven't seen a single person say anything nice about the World Peacekeeper figures. The most common thing I hear is that they either get thrown away or they're used as casualties on the battlefield. And I agree, they're kind of expendable, and I look at them as sort of placeholders for your G.I. Joes, but I think they're pretty nice. They have some pretty good articulation. They can hold their weapons quite well, even though, granted, it's being assisted by a rubber band. It just has some really good articulation. And pretty much the same for all the other figures here. And here is the pilot. Why does he look evil? What's with the red and black color scheme? You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the Valor vs. Venom Wild Weasel. And I would not be surprised if that's what they were trying to copy with the color scheme, because it just seems out of place. There was another World Peacekeepers pilot, which was just green, but this one is just, I don't know, it's just overly villain-like. And now, you move on to the helicopter itself. So here we have the aerial rocket helicopter, as it's referred to on the box. However, its real name is the Harbin Z9W. That is a Chinese helicopter, which is a license-built copy of a French design. Let's just do a very quick turnaround here. So that's very, very nice. Now, in terms of features, its doors open. As you can see, these side doors might be a little bit difficult to open due to the rocket pods and weapons being on the side here, but they do in fact open. And there are seats for 4 figures, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And of course the doors open on both sides. If I can get it. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get it from this angle, but oh, there we go. So that is quite nice. So even though this is a helicopter from a budget toy line, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck already. However, there is more. Let's just close those up. Let's take a look at the weapons. You get 2 rocket pods, as you can see. This style, and this style right here. So 2 variants, or 2 versions of rocket pods. And then you get some more weapons. I believe these are ATGMs. And each missile is removable, as you can see. But what's cool is that they are interchangeable with each other. So let me just show you real quick. You can actually slide these off and replace them with any weapon that you would like. So now we have 2 rocket pod variants, as you can see. So that is pretty cool. And you can do that with both sides. One is proving to be a little bit more difficult to remove than the other, but it is possible. There we go. And you can, of course, exchange the other rocket pod as well, or the ATGMs. So that's quite nice. Now, other features. The propellers, of course, spin, as do the rear rotors, as you can see. Now, one thing to mention is that if you are worried about shelf space, the top propellers actually fold. So, let me just, there we go. So that should save you a little bit of space if you were to put this on a shelf. Now, when the aerial rocket helicopter was first released, some of us got the short end of the stick. I'll show you what I mean. Here is the original aerial rocket helicopter that I got a few years ago, and as you can see, the pylons for the rockets are missing. Now, I know what you're thinking. I must have lost them over time, and I'm simply making excuses, but no. If you look underneath the helicopter, the place where the rocket pylons would be is completely filled in, which means that there was never any intention to put any pylons on this version of the helicopter. So I really don't know what happened, whether this was exclusive to the US or something like that, but some of us didn't get a version with the rocket pods. Let's just do some very quick detail shots. I would say it's a little bit under-detailed, but for 20 bucks at Big Lots, you really can't expect much, and you know I don't expect much. But what we have here is still a fantastic piece. Let's just open up those doors real quick. As you can see, there's a little bit of detailing in there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but on the dashboard you can see some molded in dials, or buttons on the dashboard there. And you can see some, the name of those, they skip my mind, but we'll call them joysticks for now. Post in the comments telling me what they are, and feel free to call me an idiot. But let's just open up the passenger side real quick. Looks very nice. Let's go to the other side. Get a very quick look at those ATGMs. It's a little bit blurry, but yeah. So it's quite nice. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this yet, but the wheels do spin. So, fantastic. Just a very quick note on carrying capacity. You can carry up to 4 G.I. Joe scale figures. As you can see, we have some Joes in there right now. And they fit very, very nicely. Very cool. So, in conclusion, I wouldn't let the fact that this comes from a budget toy line fool you. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. The set comes with plenty of action figures, which of course are expendable, but they are included, plenty of accessories, and on top of that, you get a helicopter with a lot of features, and it's very versatile on top of that. So, with that said, if you can find the aerial rocket helicopter, whether it be on eBay or at Big Lots, I highly, highly recommend the purchase. The aerial rocket helicopter from the World Peacekeepers line has the Human Mechanisms seal of approval. See y'all later.